Hi everyone, it's Monica here. Today I would like to share a recipe called Pandemic Cheese and Sausage Cinnamon Roll. Lately, due to the pandemic, I have not been visiting the supermarket to minimize the risk of infection. Therefore, it is hard to come up with a recipe with complete ingredients. So I raided my fridge and managed to find frozen sausage, leftover cheese, and other usual staples. I managed to cobble together these ingredients to make a pandemic cinnamon cheese and sausage roll. If you are interested to see how this is made, let's get started. Alright, we will first start to make the dough. For the dough, you need three ingredients. One is a half cup of warm water. So remember, it's warm water, not hot water. It's like temperature of baby bath. And the second ingredient is the yeast. Yeah, I'm gonna put in 1 packet of this instant yeast, about 11 grams. Yeah, the whole packet I put it in. And then the third ingredient will be the sugar. Yeah, so I've got 3 tablespoons of sugar here. I will just drop these 3 tablespoons in. Yeah, and then I will just give it a gentle stir so that to mix these ingredients up. And we will put this aside for about 10 minutes until this mixture turns foamy. Yeah, that shows that the yeast is really activated. Yeah, so okay, so we'll put this aside and then we move on to the second part of the making of the dough process. Yeah, the second part, we'll take a smaller container. Yeah, here we go. So we have got a smaller container here, and what we need to put inside will be half cup of sour cream. Yeah, so all these we are going to whisk together. So this sour cream is the secret ingredient. It really helps the dough to make it soft and moist and fluffy. Yeah, not dry. So this is sour cream, half a cup of it. And the second ingredient for this second batch of mixture will be the vanilla. Yeah, so vanilla. So I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. Yeah, so here we go, 1 teaspoon. And then we need half a cup of milk. Yeah, so I have this half a cup of milk that is brought to room temperature. Yeah, so this is just room temperature milk, half a cup. And then the last ingredient will be the egg. Yeah, so we will break 1 egg into this bowl, and then we are going to use a whisk to gently whisk all these 4 ingredients together until they are all nicely incorporated. Yeah, so we're going to do it gently. Yeah, so do not be aggressive at this point. Yeah, because you can see my bowl is not that big. Yeah, so we are not going to beat it until it is like a light yellow color or very foamy. Yeah, we are just basically just trying to mix all these 4 ingredients together so they are totally incorporated. Yeah, so once it's done something like that, so you can see that they are nicely mixed together now. So we are going to transfer this bowl of 4 ingredients into the mixture that was done previously, that we sit it down for 10 minutes. Yeah, so we will wait for a while. Yeah, until about 10 minutes, until the yeast become foamy. Then we'll mix these 2 together. Okay, so I think about 10 minutes has elapsed. So before I mix this with the yeast mixture, I'll put about 1/3 cup of butter, yeah, into this mixture. And then to give it a little bit of mixed, yeah, I use a whisk to whisk it. Yeah, so what I can do then is just gently, yeah, just mix it in, because my butter just now was not melted yet. So now it is a little bit softer. So you can add it at the beginning, yeah, when we first put all these ingredients together. But because my butter was still a little bit hard, so I wanted to wait for a bit longer. Yeah, so there you go. So there you can see that now the butter is almost dissolved. incorporated with the rest of the ingredients. Yeah, so it's good to use a whisk. I think it really helps. Yeah, so just gently, yeah, just give it a little bit of whisk like that until the butter all gets melted. Yeah, okay, looks like it's as good as it can be. So then I will pour this into this foamy yeast mixture. Yeah, so I'm gonna pour this in like so, and then we will start to add in the flour. Yeah, so we have got to put in 4 cups of flour. So I think I'll sieve it. Yeah, I think it's okay. Previously I didn't sieve it, but today maybe we'll try to sieve it. Yeah, so 4 cups. This is 1, 2, 3 level cups. Yeah, 4 level cups. 4. Yeah, 4 level cups, and you need half more. Yeah, round about half more. Yeah, okay, so we got 4.5 cups of flour, about half a teaspoon of salt. Yeah, just about half a teaspoon of salt like so, and then we will just sieve it as per normal into those mixture that we have made earlier. Yeah, so once you have sieved it, you can see some of these little beads. Yeah, so you might just press it and the thing goes all the way through. Okay, so that would be for the flour. So then we got to pull the flour together. Yeah, so what I need to do is just gently mix the flour to incorporate with the mixture, the watery mixture. Yeah, like so. You just mix it like that. Okay, so when it's almost, the dough almost come together like that, you might just want to take the chopstick out and use clean hands, yeah, to knead them. Yeah, knead it so that the thing comes together into one big dough, one ball. Yeah, and your bowl becomes clean. Yeah, so it sort of you know, attaches all together into one big sphere. So after 1 or 2 minutes of kneading, the bowl has come clean like this. Yeah, and all of the dough has been attached, yeah, into this big nice ball. Yeah, so what we need to do is, it's about 1 or 2 minutes of kneading. We need not knead for too long. Yeah, so that's why I like this recipe, because you don't need to knead until like 20 minutes or whatever. Yeah, it's about 1 or 2 minutes will do. It still comes out very nice. Yeah, so okay, so I have got this bowl with a little bit of 1 tablespoon of oil at the base. So all you need to do is just dip it in and then turn the other way around. So now your dough has a layer of oil covering it so that it doesn't get dry and crusty. Yeah, so we are going to put this dough to rise for between 1 to 2 hours. Yeah, in a relatively warm place, maybe next to a window, you know, but not directly under the sun, but next to the window is always good. Yeah, or near the stove. Okay, so I'm going to cover with the cling wrap and let it rise. Yeah, so what we are trying to achieve is the dough coming up double in size. Yeah, so once it's double, which takes 1 to 2 hours, then we'll see what to do the next step. Yeah, we'll start to roll it out and then put in the filling. All right, it looks like the dough has risen, yeah, to twice the size. So I think we are ready to take it out and roll it into a rectangle. Yeah, so in a lightly floured board. Yeah, so this is the board that we're going to use. So we'll try to flour it lightly, not to put too much of the flour, because otherwise the dough becomes hardened. So we put a bit of flour here and turn this dough onto this floured board. Yeah, so it's nice and soft now. Okay, so we'll do this we might just want to put a little bit of flour on top as well, so that when we roll it, it does not stick to the rolling pin. Yeah. So ideally what we want to do is to roll it up into a rectangle, which is the size of my board. Yeah. My board is roughly, I would say, about 15 inches, yeah, by about 12 inches kind of thing, yeah, roughly. Yeah, so that's roughly the size, yeah, that we want to get into when we roll this. Yeah, so we also want to flour the rolling pin. Yeah, so once we have done that, we will just, you know, try to roll it on both sides, yeah, longitudinally and transversely like that. Yeah, so I use my chopping board, yeah, as a guide. Yeah, so that is the size that I want my eventual dough to be. Yeah, so I'll try to roll this up, yeah, like that. Okay, my dough has all been rolled up nicely. So now I'm going to put in the ingredients, yeah, the filling inside. So the first thing I want to put in is about 2 tablespoons of butter, yeah, to put as the base, yeah. And I find it much easier if I use my fingers, yeah, rather than using a knife, yeah. So you just, this butter has been softened, yeah, so it's easy for application. So you just have to gently put it all over, including the sides like that, yeah. So once the butter has gone in, we will then put in the brown sugar, yeah. So I'll just put in about half a cup of brown sugar, yeah. So we will just you know, sprinkle evenly, yeah, all over the pastry, yep, something like this. About half a cup will do, yeah. We don't want it to be too sweet, yeah. So we have got this done, yeah. And then you just use your hands to sweep it gently, yeah, all over, yeah, all over like that, yeah. So okay, so you just sweep it like that, yeah. So every part will have a little bit of the sugar, yeah. So the next ingredient that goes in is the cinnamon. So what is it? It's called a cinnamon roll. So you need to put a little bit of cinnamon in it. Yeah. So about, I would say, half a tablespoon. Yeah. I will just sprinkle it. Yeah. About half a tablespoon. Yeah. That's all there is to it. Yeah. So that's the cinnamon. And then we have got this sausage. Yeah. This comes from 10 chicken franks. Yeah. And I have used a food processor to chop it into smaller pieces like that. If you do not have a food processor, you just use a knife, yeah, an ordinary knife, yeah, to chop it, yeah. And then the effect, it doesn't matter, yeah, because the effect is just to get it to be smaller pieces so that when you roll it, it doesn't puncture your dough, yeah. And it is also easy when you eat it, yeah, instead of large chunks like that, yeah. So you do have smaller amounts, yeah. So as usual, you will just want to push it to the side, yeah, like that, so that every part of the dough gets the sausage as well, yeah. So if you find it a bit too much, you can just need not put all of it, yeah. So I think about 9, yeah. If you like sausage, you just put all of it inside, yeah. So okay, so we've got the sausages all in. Then the next ingredient that I have will be the cheese, yeah. So I've got cheddar cheese here, 1 cup of cheddar cheese, yeah. This one, oh, this is mozzarella cheese. Okay, 1 cup of mozzarella cheese, yeah. So you just sprinkle down here 1 cup, yeah, of mozzarella cheese. Just make sure that it's evenly distributed, yeah. And then we have got the cheddar cheese, yeah, also 1 cup, yeah, of cheddar cheese, around about 1 cup like that, yeah. So you just sprinkle it evenly like that, 1 cup, yeah. Okay, so the cheese cheese gone in already. Then we have got the spring onions, yeah, about 1 cup of spring onions, yeah. So we have a bit of spring onions that I managed to cobble up, yeah, from the fridge. Yeah, I have got a little bit of spring onions left, so I think it's good to put some spring onions. And then this is the garlic, yeah, garlic that you need not put all of this because I just cooked more than it for other things as well. So about 2 tablespoons. This garlic I have just minced it and then fry it until it's brown and crispy, yeah. So then I'll just put it in like that, then it will have a very nice aroma, yeah. So you can put about 2 tablespoons, yeah, of this fried garlic, yeah. So okay, so looks like everything has gone in. So the next thing we want to do is to roll up this cinnamon, yeah, cinnamon roll. So rolling, some people like to roll from the you know, shorter side. Some people like to do it longer side. So I think I want to do it on the longer side. The reason is because I'm trying to cut it into 12 pieces, yeah. So I think it will be, if on the shorter side it will be a bit too fat, yeah, each of them, yeah. So you just have to roll them up like that gently, yeah. Okay, just roll them up and they will just come together like that in one big roll, yeah. So ideally what we want to do is to pinch, yeah, is to pinch the edge, yeah, to pinch the edge like that so that the filling does not fall out, yeah. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pinch the edge like that, yeah, otherwise when you cook it, it might open up, yeah. So that's not what we want. So we'll just pinch it up like that, yeah, at the sides as well, yep. Okay, so then what we want to do is to put it the seam side down, yeah. So the seam side, make it down like so, yeah. So you got a nice log like that, yeah. So this log is very long, so I need to put it diagonally to capitalize on the longer side, the diagonal side, yeah. So you can see that it is quite long like that. So what we want to do now is to cut it, yeah, to cut it into 12 equal pieces, as equal as we can. Okay, I've got a knife, yeah. So what we can do is cut at the center first, yeah, cut right at the center, yeah, like that. And then after that, cut half of this into another half, and then this one also into another half, something like that, yeah. So each piece I'm going to cut it into 3, yeah, into 3, yeah. So that would yield 12, yeah, if our math is correct, 12, yeah. So like that, yeah. So it goes like that, yeah. So 3 pieces as well down here, yeah. And then right at the end, yeah, also 3 pieces, yeah. So we will have 1 piece here and then another 2 like that, yeah. So once we have cut them, so we have to gently then place them on a wax lined tray, yeah. The tray has to be lined with wax so that it doesn't get stuck, yeah, when you cooked it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to transfer these guys, yeah, into the wax lined tray, yeah. So I'm going to do just that. Alright, I have put all my 12 cinnamon rolls on a wax paper lined tray. So what we need to do now is to let them rest for about 20 minutes to 30 minutes, and we will cover them in between to prevent them from becoming dry, yeah. So I will just put the aluminum foil on them so that they can be nicely covered for 20 to 30 minutes. They'll become a little bit more bigger, yeah, it becomes bigger, and you know, after that we can then put them inside the oven. Okay, my cinnamon rolls, they have rested enough, and it's about 20 minutes, yeah. So you can see that they have grown a little bit bigger, yeah, puffed up a little bit. So the last step before we send it to the oven is to give it a little bit of egg wash. It is not really necessary. You can just send it there in the oven at this point without the egg wash. But I like the color and the smell of the egg yolk. So here I've got 2 small egg yolks. Yeah. So I just like the golden color, the finish, yeah, at the end, and also the smell is really very good. So I'm going to continue doing this until every cinnamon roll has been brushed with this egg yolk mixture. Yeah. Okay, I have given every cinnamon roll a bit of egg wash. So now we can send into the preheated oven. I have preheated it at 375 Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius. Yeah, and we are going to put it in there for between 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm going to do just that now. There you have it, guys. Pandemic cheese and sausage cinnamon rolls. The rolls are soft and moist outside and gooey inside. Yeah, you can see that it's nice and soft right inside here. It's a bit hot, yeah, so I have to be a bit more careful. Yeah, but it's very nice and soft. Yeah, the outside is fluffy and inside is nice and gooey. Yeah, so let me take a bite. It's very nice. Especially when it's eaten very nice and hot. Yeah, it is really very good. Yeah, so do give this recipe a try when you are free, and I hope that you find this recipe useful. Till we meet again in another video, as always, happy cooking.